Hey guys, sorry I'm so far away because my bed's sort of in the way. So I'm gonna either have to stand like this or like this. And I'm definitely gonna stand like this. So you get to see the fiend throughout the video. But you also get to see Groot over there as well. But one video I wanted to make, seeing as how it's tonight, is the NXT Takeover Portland predictions. Now, if you see me looking down a lot, like my eyes going that way, that's because I've got all the matches written down here. I would show you, but it will ruin the video. So I'll probably show you at the end of the video if I have enough time, and then, explain why it's like that. So, without further ado, let's go. So, the way I'm doing this is, it's probably not going to be the order that the matches are in. It was just the order that the matches were in on Instagram. So basically, it was obviously the main event first. So I went all the way back to the first image because I thought it was like that. That's the way I did it anyway. The light's a bit bright up there, but here. So yeah, basically, the first match that I've got here, and is probably going to be either the first or second match anyway, is Tegan Nox versus Dakota Kai. Now, this depends on two things. If it's going to be the first match of the night, Tegan Nox is going to win. I reckon they're going to want to open the show with a big reaction. I reckon that's going to get a good reaction from the crowd. It's going to liven everybody up with the face winning rather than the heel. Because that's how you really want to start and end the show. You want to start the show positively and end it positively. So I reckon that's what they're going to do, leading on to NXT, leading on to WrestleMania weekend NXT. I can't remember where it is, but that's for another video. So yeah, I reckon if it's going to be first match, I reckon Tegan Nox is going to win. Which I reckon it's going to be. I reckon it's going to be first match. So Tegan Nox is going to win. But if it's not, then it's probably going to be Dakota Kai, because of some interruption or a surprise roll up, and then they're going to have another match at WrestleMania weekend NXT Takeover where Tegan Nox wins then in the first match. That's what I think. That's my opinion. But if it was the first match, again, Tegan Nox would win. Anyway, guys, leading on to the first championship match of the night, Keith Lee versus Dominik Dijakovic. Now, I hope Keith Lee wins. That's only because he's only won the championship a few weeks ago from Roderick Strong, so I don't think his title reign has been long enough to get it taken off him right now, unless he's going to go to the main roster and, maybe after WrestleMania face Brock Lesnar or something like that. I don't know, but I reckon he's going to retain and then have him versus Damian Priest, or him versus Kushida or Cameron Grimes at WrestleMania weekend. There's still a while to build that show up as well, and we could get either of them. We could get a triple threat match or a fatal 4-way match, which I would be down for, especially if it was like a steel cage or a ladder match. That'd be awesome. But anyway, Keith Lee retaining the title going on to WrestleMania weekend. If he loses it on NXT TV, which he probably won't, then that would be a shame, because he he would have won it then. He would have retained it then. But, you know, it's WrestleMania weekend. It's WrestleMania, Road to WrestleMania, whatever it is. And you never know what's going to happen. So, anyway, guys, next up is our second title match of the show. And it is for the tag team titles, Undisputed Era versus the Broserweights. Now, Undisputed Era have been champions, I think, since they beat the War Raiders at, what was it? No, it wasn't Phoenix, because they won then. They lost then. But I think it's about halfway through 2019. So they've been it for at least half a year now, I reckon. So I reckon now, especially with the Broserweights and their growing popularity, I reckon they're gonna win, and then, you know, set up a match between them and someone else, another tag team later on down the line. Maybe Breezango, maybe the Forgotten Sons, if they get like a winning streak going on. But yeah, I don't know. It really depends. Now, after this, I know that was a very short thing, but yeah, that's just how it was. But now we have Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor, the should be 5-star classic we've all been waiting for. Now, this prediction is going to coincide with a prediction I've made later on. So I reckon what's going to happen is Johnny Gargano is going to win, and then it's going to lead on to he's either going to win outright, or he's going to win by disqualification. So yeah, I will speak more about this match and the results later on, but that I'm just making the predictions now, and if I tell you too much about what I reckon is going to happen after this match, it's going to ruin the other predictions that I've made. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it as that for Johnny Gargano versus Balor. But yeah, it's going to be a great match. I can't wait. Next, it is possibly the most obvious result of the night. It's Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. Now, I don't think they're gonna take the title off Rhea Ripley just to surprise us. I reckon Rhea Ripley is gonna win, go off to WrestleMania to face Charlotte Flair, whether it's WrestleMania or WrestleMania weekend, NXT Takeover, I don't know. But what I do know is that Rhea Ripley is going to win and go on to WrestleMania to beat Charlotte Flair for the NXT Women's Takeover, for the NXT Women's Championship. But if she doesn't, if Charlotte Flair wins, then I don't know what's going to happen. Whether Charlotte's going to go back to NXT, which will be really cool to see, or she's just going to hold it there on the main roster. She probably won't. She'll either lose or go back to NXT, like Finn Balor did. But yeah, I don't know. Now the main event time. Adam Cole, the NXT champion, versus Tommaso Ciampa. Now, until about 2-3 days ago, I thought Adam Cole had been champion twice. I thought he had joined Shinsuke Nakamura and Samoa Joe to be one of the only 2-time NXT champions. But apparently I was wrong. He's only won it once, which is surprising. So So yeah, he's now been champion since he beat Johnny Gargano. At which takeover, I can't remember, because I think it wasn't takeover 25. It was a takeover after 25. So it was takeover 26, basically, that he beat Johnny Gargano in the 3 Stages of Hell match, I think. I don't know, but I think that was it. Anyway, but yeah, it's Adam Cole versus Tommaso Ciampa. Now, as you can tell already, with the Johnny Gargano and Finn Balor prediction, I believe that Tommaso Ciampa should and will win. And then if Johnny Gargano wins cleanly over Balor, then that's going to set up Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa at NXT Takeover WrestleMania weekend, whichever one it's called. I can't remember. Put it down in the comments below, or just look it up later, which I'll probably do anyway. And then, but then, if Gargano wins by disqualification, then that'll probably end up setting up a triple threat match between the three, which, again, I'm definitely down for. That'd be really cool to see, because I just really want to see Finn Balor in contendership for a title again. So that'll be really cool to see, and I reckon Tommaso Ciampa deserves to win back the title that he never lost and become one of the 2-time champions, because him and Gargano have been on the roster for the longest, I think. Yeah, him and Gargano on the roster the longest, really elevated the match quality of NXT TakeOver, really, and the story base as well, really elevated the ratings for NXT TakeOver, and so I definitely think both of them deserve to be 2-time champions somewhere down the line. So yeah, that's just where the predictions are at the moment. Obviously nothing's going to change until Takeover Portland, because it is the night of Takeover Portland it's not 1:52, that's just what my clock says. So I shall check out what time it is and what time Portland is, because I got it on there. And if you don't know what I'm pointing at my PlayStation, so I'll watch it on there. I might do reactions. I probably won't do reactions. So yeah, I'll probably do reactions if it's like one of the matches, if it's like, I don't know, I might do reactions for the title matches or the non-title matches or something like that, but I'll probably save that for big pay-per-views like WrestleMania. But anyway, guys, I better get going, and I'll see you guys in the next video. It'll probably be NXT Takeover Portland wrap up, results and everything. So yeah, anyway guys, see you in the next video.